my talk is about basic trust. Basic trust in the universe, see? To see the face of the divine go before me and is not be afraid of whatever it is that I'm called upon to do in the moment. And my mantra this morning as I was going, oh no, this is not good, half an hour to prepare a talk. You have no idea what that can do to your self-esteem and your psyche. But I have a mantra that I say at times like this, and it is, let the meditation of my heart and the words of my mouth glorify God. So basically, let me get out of the way, trust the process, and do the best I can, and know that it's going to be okay, see? Just know on the spot it's going to be okay. Transcend that fear-based way of experiencing the world. Let me tell you, that was quite the gulp I had this morning at 8:30. And take the words of Myrtle Fillmore. She's a co-founder of the Unity Movement. And they were running out of money, and someone came to her and said, oh, Myrtle, let's pray that the money holds out. And Myrtle said, oh, no. We need to pray that our faith and trust holds out. That's the deal. Pray that our faith and trust holds out. You know, in the Christian tradition, the story of Jesus healing the woman who touched the hem of the garment. You know that story, those of you who are from the Christian tradition? He was walking through the crowd, and a woman who had been sick for many, many years touched the hem of the garment and was instantly healed. Well, guess what? Jesus didn't do that. It was her trust in the idea that if she touched the hem of the garment, she'd be healed. Jesus didn't do a darn thing. It was the energy of the divine through him and through her trust in that process that created the healing. All we have to do is trust the process, see? Know that when we do that, whatever's going on in our life experience is going to just be okay. Because I know for darn sure my world is unpredictable. Is yours? I mean, it doesn't take very much introspection to notice all those places where life shows up in an unpredictable way. If not for ourselves, certainly for someone that we love, for the planet, for our country, for just the general public. And so when we have this basic trust, and it's not easy, don't hear me say it's easy, because we do have a tendency to want to worry, don't we? Yeah, we like to worry. But the antidote to worrying and to the anxiety that comes with, oh my gosh, how am I going to do a talk with half an hour? Preparation. The trust that comes with that kind of worry is the antidote to getting stuck and not being able to move forward at all, to just being paralyzed by the fear of whatever that thing might be. You know, sometimes bad circumstances have a tendency to interrupt stuff, don't they? We stop enjoying life. I was having a pretty good time putting together my s'more offering until that happened. And I went, oh no, something new. But what I know is I cannot hold fear and trust at the same time. I got to let go of one of those things. And pretty much I figure that letting go of fear is the better plan, to trust the process. So that I can have the attitude, and I pretty much do have the attitude after 73 years on this planet, that whatever happens is okay. That it's just that emerging curriculum of the universe showing up to allow me to demonstrate my spiritual mastery. Do I always do that? No. Do I go into fear? Sure I do. But the quicker I can snap out of it and move back to that basic trust, the more enjoyable my life is. The more I love the life I'm living. The more tranquil my life becomes when I can trust. I got to accept what goes on. I didn't have a choice this morning. I got to accept that Glenda got hurt, that she's not going to be here. The least of my worries is the talk compared to how her foot is going to be healing. And by the way, she's planning on a lovely vacation in Cabo San Lucas this week and next. And I don't know how her broken foot's going to fit with that. So I can focus on that. I can focus on her healing. I can pray and I can move my feet. I can get this darn talk figured out, whatever it's going to be, because you know what? It's not that important. I can take action. I can think and I can speak and I can, pray for Glenda's healing all at the same time and know that I'm safe. Know that we're all safe. And know that Glenda is safe. This is the thing. I trust that whatever that accident was all about is in her highest good. I don't know why, and I don't have to like it at all. But you know what? We got to trust that when stuff happens, that it's all for the greater good. That's a hard thing, because a lot of the icky stuff that happens, losses, sickness, death, disappointments, all these things, we don't have to like it, but it just is, right? Has anybody been able to change any of that? I haven't. So we can't let what happens in life disrupt us. Can't let it interfere with our ability to love the life we're living in the moment. We always are and we always will be okay no matter what. And that's a fact. That's just a fact. Because the universe always takes care of us. It always does, even when it seems like it's dark. There is always light within that darkness. Have to have some degree of basic trust in the universe, basic trust in the play of the universe, or we couldn't function. So I want you to pay attention to your body for a few minutes. Basic trust is what lets you know that you're going to blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. They blink by themselves, don't they? You trust that your eyes are going to blink. That's basic trust. You trust that when you go to sleep, most likely you're going to wake up. And if you don't, the next great adventure begins, right? But when you go to sleep at night, pretty much you have a basic trust that you're going to wake up in the morning. When you take an in-breath, you trust that eventually there will be an out-breath. Now, if you're holding your breath, your body won't let you hold your breath very long, will it? Your body knows it needs to exhale. See, we do have the capacity to have basic trust. Because if we didn't, we couldn't function. We'd be going, oh God, I hope my heart beats. Hope my heart keeps beating. Hope my lungs keep breathing. Hope my muscles keep working. I don't go around thinking that way, do you? Well, maybe some people do, but I don't. So when we can have basic trust in the universe, the same way we trust our bodies to breathe itself, to beat its own heart, to know how to blink its eyes, there's a sense of freedom in that. There's a sense of allowing that lets us relax, so that when we get those sort of side swipes or those unintentional things that show up without our permission, we don't have to struggle with it and think that life is unmanageable. We can handle stuff. My whole mantra in my life from my marriage with my first husband, everything was, handle it, Jude. Handle it, Jude. And I learned that I could handle pretty much anything. Because I know, and this is a fact, I know that I and you and we all have that inner resource that we can call on. We've all got it. We've got this universe that is dynamic and spinning around and holding us in its palm, like the eye is on the sparrow music that Robert played for the meditation. We're all being taken care of. Doesn't always feel like it, though, does it? But we can have a basic sense that there is some order in this universe, and that no matter how dark things get, and they do sometimes, and I've been through a lot of darkness recently, that there's light within that thing. Because I just am not willing to go through my life constantly scared, constantly frightened, constantly tense, constantly fighting against what is. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to consider myself a victim. I trust that I'm part of a co-creative universe. I got to do my part. I got to show up. I got to suit up. I got to pray up, move my feet. But if I get into that scared place where I feel abandoned, where I feel like I've been forgotten, where I feel alone and really tiny, like I'm all alone in this big world, I am going to be in a hurt of trouble. I got to be courageous. I got to be authentic. I got to take a risk to get up and try to talk about basic trust when I didn't plan on it, to engage in life wholeheartedly, give it my all. That's what we're called to do. We're not called to sit around and constantly be afraid or worried about life. No matter what's going on, whether it's your health, whether it's relationships, whether it's someone in your family that you're worried about, we can know about all this stuff and still be confident that everything is going to work out one way or another. It always does. Sharon, help me with what is the saying in that movie, the marigold thing? Does anybody remember that? Everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. That's such a good reminder. Everything's going to be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. We're in process. I choose to allow my soul to be at peace. And it requires basic trust in whatever's going on to be in that place. And I'd invite you to try to have basic trust no matter what's going on in your own life. Thanks for listening.